Solstheim, Skyrim's unforgiving hellscape from the Dragonborn DLC. Today, I'm going to be doing something no one's ever done before. Nope, definitely the first time anyone's ever done anything like this ever. I'm going to be starting from scratch, region locked to this little island on legendary difficulty with one goal in mind: defeat Karstaag. Ooh, wait, here comes the good part. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. Today's challenge is basically focused around Skyrim's version of Hell. Hell on Tamriel, if you will. But if you love that authentic rush of fighting through hellish hordes of flaming demons, then look no further than Diablo Immortal, as this video is sponsored by Blizzard Entertainment. Diablo Immortal is a free-to-play, fast-paced action RPG where you can mow down absolutely everything on your path and create absolute chaos to earn insane loot, grow your power, and become an absolute behemoth to take on enemies in any way you choose. I really appreciate how fast Diablo Immortal drops you in the deep end. You just jump right in and instantly feel that rush with the sheer amount of enemies, the hit splats to dodge on the ground, and precise timing you need with some of your abilities. It's got that power fantasy we all love, and it's really easy to just whip out and start playing even if you've never played before. I'll be honest, the gameplay you're seeing right now is my first time playing any Diablo game, so you be the judge. Did I mention you can also play with friends and it's available on mobile and it's free to play? It's great if you have some time to kill on your lunch break between shifts, or if you're just better than all of us and work and play at the same time. Blizzard Entertainment is offering new players a whole slew of goodies like legendary gear, rare crests, and gems to use in-game by using the code ZergRush. So if you're down to descend into the depths of hell and slay you some demons and help your boy out, then click the link below or scan the QR code on screen now to download Diablo Immortal today. Okay, so to start, let's get a couple things straight. Number one, I like country classics, as you saw in the intro. Number two, I'm pretty much allowing anything and everything for this run with a couple caveats. Namely, I'm not allowing followers, no major glitches except for some leveling in the endgame, I won't be making any skills legendary, and I won't be using any crafting loops like enchanting boosts to make alchemy gear to then make more enchanting boosts. Hope that all made sense. Also, there's a couple things you ought to know if you're going to start a playthrough in Solstheim. Starting with the main quest. That ish ain't ever getting started. And guess what else ain't starting? The Dragonborn DLC. So we're gonna get no shouts, and therefore no Ben Will to free up any of these standing stones. In fact, if you start your playthrough in Solstheim, you get 0 standing stones because the rest are on the mainland. Also, werewolf and vampire are locked out. And even some skills are practically locked out if you're unlucky. Ask me how I know. Probably should have started as a high elf for that reason. So I'll start the journey as an absolute rat, picking up all the plants around Raven Rock. And to start, I'm gonna head up to the temple and pray to our Lord and Savior Azura, who gives me 10% magic resist, and ironically is also the reason the Dark Elves are, well, dark. Diversity is our strength, Nerevar, I think she said. And then Vivek took that literally. Now listen, I know some of you noticed that I've been stealing in the temple. I promise there's no correlation, but Todd did give Dark Elves +5 in sneak, so go talk to him if you're mad. But while I'm here, I'll do a little bit of reading to start Ghosts of the Tribunal. I'm a learned thief if nothing else. We'll get around to it eventually. Very eventually. Oh no, that lady is hot! The Dumber Fire Resistance coming in clutch! Not even kidding, the Burnt Spriggans are a menace this run. Good thing anything goes, so I can use some healing. Bro, another one! I swear to Azura's giant moon and stars, holy moly. Somehow managed to outrun that sucker. I'm sure it won't be the last time. Here in Kagramez, there's an NPC named Ralith Eldry I can pick up some basic tools from. Got me an iron dagger and some robes now. And here behind the Beast Stone, there should be a cultist I can find for my first real challenge. And apparently some extra friends. Let's give them a warm welcome. Yep, legendary going to legendary. So little damage. At least the other Nords are helping out. Hey, we got him! Ah, sorry! Damn it, I did not mean to make enemies with them. Let me just get dressed real quick, boys. Alright, fellas, let's go exploit the nav mesh. And let me activate my little aura. Nobody can withstand it, it's f***ing goated. Magicka is not doing well right now, but neither is old Halburn Ironfur? Hell kind of name is that? Swing and a miss. Oh, got the friend here. That's a problem. Okay, found some rocks. Should be able to weave my way around them. Or, you know, y'all could just stand there and eat my fire blasts, I guess. I kid you not, they didn't move from this one spot this whole minute. Okay, got him down. Oh great, he's essential. Guess I'll go f myself now. Alright, what we got down here? Dead farm tool, classic. Some free gold, nice. Chest full of goodies, and an East Empire Company strongbox. Too bad I didn't have north of 1 lockpick for this expert level lock. But down south is a good place to accelerate this run into the stratosphere.
I don't think you belong here. Does Master Neloth know about you?
No, but he will, my friend. He will. Hey you, give me some spells, bro.
I don't recall inviting you into my tower.
Just put the coins in the bag, bro, please. And this dude really just has staves. No spells to be found. Plenty of soul gems to be found around his mushroom, though. F it, I'm stealing his food, too. Bro, stop looking. I'm taking this over here. I always gotta be so nosy. Let me just steal your stuff in peace, please. Only bad thing is there's no fence for me to sell the stolen items to, but I'm sure we'll get a good use for them.
You've got to help me. I conjured an Ash Guardian and now it's running amok.
Oh boy, that's a tough task for you, boy. Level 1 Dark Elf versus Ash Guardian. More like Coughing Baby versus Nuke. And he crop dusted me. Alright, not going down there again. Okay, should be far enough. Yeah, there we go, I can wait here. Usually means I can fast travel too. Well, it's gonna be a while before I can buy any spells from Talvis. In the meantime, I'll grab this Iron Dagger of Souls from Glover the Blacksmith, and I guess I'll try and get some early golden levels by brewing up all the ingredients I've grabbed so far. That's gonna leave me with about 700 gold. Now I can buy some alchemy training for the extra level. And as usual for the levels, I'm putting everything into health. I can always cover the other stats with enchanting later, of course. See, I'm already thinking about what would work best for Karstaag, and I know the dude has 25 weakness to fire, so destruction is probably going to be my endgame skill. The problem with that, however, is that destruction XP scales with your difficulty, and since legendary Diffy makes you do a quarter of your normal damage, you'll be earning destruction XP at a quarter of the normal rate, which sucks Karstaag's giant ghostly ballsack. Thank you very much, Todd. So for now, I'll be grabbing Novice Conjuration to start, in addition to Novice Destruction, so I can at least have an extra body to aggro and help with fights. We're definitely playing the long game with this run. Damn, I just realized Fethus Adler sells a Courage spell tome. I didn't even realize until I started writing the script. He must be the only vendor in the whole damn island that sells an illusion tome. Courage would be an absolute slog to level illusion up too. Well, in any case, I grabbed Ray's Zombie for now, so let's see what kind of horrors await me in the mines. Apparently it turned out to be more of a minefield.
Precious, you're an obstinate old fool and you're going to get yourself killed.
Not saving you from that one, brother. I grabbed the ancient Nordic pickaxe from him.
Tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot.
And descend down into the depths. Turns out there's a lot of spooters down here. Pretty good chance to get some early souls. Damn, forgot these freaking gas pockets, cheeky devs. I swear everything on this island's trying to kill me. Alright, got a big boy in here. Not much damage off the flames there. Alright, let's get in there. Not too much damage off the dagger. Let me try this steel warhammer I picked up. Damage is definitely doing better there. Better not miss though, holy! Alright, you're getting nothing but flames now. Alright, thanks for the kill cam, Todd. Finally got him. Arise. Alright, past this point we should be getting some Draugr. Oh, of course it's not the base Draugr. Level 3 and it's gotta be Restless already. Good thing this door doesn't care what difficulty it is. Come on, baby. Really? A white was in there? What the hell, man? Ooh, these dead Nords acting like it's the first era still. Oh, come on. Okay, is there any world where I get out of this? Woo! Yeah, probably not. Well, that sucked. Can't exactly get through that side of the dungeon just yet. Maybe I can get some better gear from these Reavers. Okay, that damage actually isn't terrible. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, doing work today. One down. Oh, got the enchanted Nordic jewelry. Just got some studded armor to replace the cultist robes too. That steel mace will be handy. And there we go, that's a nice level up. Get out of here. That Nord satchel got whole ingots in it. They really be sticking anything in those bags. Alright, let's go ahead and get that rested bonus. Let's get a room, Geldus.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Alright, let's get it.
Now, through them, do I speak.
What the heck? Todd? No, wait, that's just Mirak. Can't exactly do much about him this run. Hope he doesn't send me anywhere especially dangerous. For that extra level up I got, I'm gonna place that perk into one-handed, then I'm gonna pop into Morvain Manor where I can find this random little enchanting table and disenchant my first piece of gear. And now, it's time to try this again. Hello, boys! I'm back! Ow. Man, this door just doesn't want to work today. Maybe if I run back through? Hey, I'll take it, boys. Gotta level up. I'll take the one-handed damage again. All right, we got a white over here. Let me see if I can turn him gray. Damn, he's a tough cookie. What's a guy gotta do to get a kill around here? I'll take the damage on the second white, I guess. One down. And there's two. All right, here we go. Wake up, boys. Come follow me. All right, let's see if this works. Dude, no way that door's broke right now of all times. Gonna need to draw him out. Okay, I've lured one my way. Just a lot of keeping my distance today. Boys, I found his weakness. Really steep geometry on bridges. Hell yeah. Got no problem pot-shotting till I get my magicka back. There we go, nice level up. Archery is pretty decent damage, I feel like. It's been a while, I honestly forgot. Difficult choice here this early on, but I gotta go with heavy armor, I think. High armor rating more quickly is gonna be huge this run. Damn, dude, if I'm getting pressed by Restless Draugr, that is not gonna be good. And I guess that door is just cooked. Maybe I can weave him here? Maybe not. Managed to space him out on the second attempt. Up until then. Okay, you know what? F this. I'm just gonna run through. Past the traps, no damage please. Through these doors and oh my god, those are Draugr Deathlords. Nope, not today. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, we're here too early for that So yeah, once again, I can't really face up to that side of the barrow just yet, but no one said anything about the other side. Still no level in destruction, by the way. Fan-freaking-tastic. Let's grab steel smithing for later. All right, finally got some lockpicks from Fethis. Now I can go grab him some pendants? Fethis, what you doing, bro? What is he even sitting on? As it turns out, he's just working them buns. I respect it. I'll get 500 coins per pendant later. Time to go to work. Got one coming in, and that's detected. Congratulations, you found me. Now you shall die. Please, Enwa, don't make this harder than it needs to be. Hell yeah, I got some bone mold. All right, now for the back door. All right, we got an outlaw. This one's a pretty tough customer. Yeah, this guy is just standing and taking it. All right, he's starting to catch up to me, but I got that level up. Ooh, perfect timing. Finally got a destruction level. Gotta get apprentice. What better way to finish off, baby? Arise, my freshly looted Asher. All right, here we go. Another outlaw. And I think I'm gonna alert the Reaver Lord here. The damage is pretty crazy though. Curse my pillow blades. There we go, another level up. Restoration, why not? Okay, the Reaver Lord's found us. At least he's not too aggressive right now. Bro was straight up gonna watch me slay and raise his underling. That's freaking cold, man. Now you shall die. Okay, that hurts. It seems I've spoken too soon. Bro, now is not the time to be actually dead, okay? Maybe if I go outside and come back? Okay, I guess he's not gonna follow. That's pretty handy. Got some Ancestor's Wrath going. That should at least get some residual damage. Man, his damage is no bueno. Okay, this ain't working. I just gotta keep kiting him somehow. Ooh, what's this? Our friend is unglitched again. Ultimate Magicka. Thanks, Neloth. Please work. Yes! Please take the aggro. Please take the aggro. Please! Okay, I guess he's just not. At least he's damaging. Oh, finally, getting to the end. Sheesh, that was long. Thanks for nothing, buddy. Enjoy Oblivion. Not much from the boss chest, but experience is king right now. Sell, sell, sell. Rest up. Disenchant. Man, life is rough out here. Gotta scrape by for everything. Okay, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna try and kill this little stain. I've got a bow and I got a hill. And now we've officially won the fight before it's even started. Typical early European setup. Hills are king, my guy. Get the high ground. And if he ever does damage me, I can just dip and get some heals off. So anyway, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Archery level 32, not bad. Mountains are freaking overpowered, dudes. Dark Elves were never the same after Red Mountain erupted. They lost the mountain, then they lost their edge. Now we can finally get some spells from Talvis.
I don't have any gold to pay you with, but I can give you the staff.
Oh yeah, baby. Staff of the Flame Atronach. Absolute game changer. No magic could cost for a Flame Atronach. Anyway, Talvis sells Conjuration and Destruction spell tomes, and Bound Sword is on the menu for sure. Let's go ahead and get Flame Atronach too. We can use the staff as a backup. And let's go ahead and get Elemental Flare and Strangulation. What the hell? And I've been saving a perk point for Mystic Binding right here. That'll bring my Bound Sword on par with a base Daedric Sword. Incredibly powerful for the early game. And later, I'll add Soul Trap to it for some enchantment farming. Welcome to the mid-game. To start this next section, I decided to start Knell's research quest line.
Have you seen Verona? I'm hungry.
So now we get to throw down with these Ash Spawn for the first time, and these guys are crazy tough early on. They each have the extra damage perk for 1.5 times normal damage, and they have access to the Firebolt spell. Let's just say I'm really glad I'm a Dark Elf for that fire resistance, and glad I have Flamma over here to take aggro. Flamma's the name of my Flame Atronach, by the way. But even with all that going for me, these guys are a pain to take on. They really be making me heal out here. One down. Well, at least on the bright side, they're kind of an XP farm for one-handed and conjuration for now. Alright, found Verona, and her replacement.
Sure. Just let me get me things.
I suppose he'll do. He makes dreadful Canis root tea, though.
Okay, Boomer, I'm sure he'll live.
Oh, and you may use my staff enchanter if you want.
And in this room, my prize is more than worth the trouble. A black book. The Hidden Twilight, to be exact.
So, another seeker after knowledge enters my realm.
Now, Apocrypha itself contains many treats for the Solstheim run. Spell tomes, soul gems, amazing enchanted loot. It's also got seekers that are just too powerful for me at the current moment, but thankfully we can just run past the annoying part and get straight to that fat loot. Oh, and you can forget about lurkers for now. Not for a while. Finally, after about 15 minutes of struggle, we have the final book. Found some soul gems, a fortify one-handed piece, very powerful enchantment, and finally, I'll choose Mora's Agony, which is basically a pool of permastagger on the ground, along with some poison damage for about 30 seconds. There's a disenchant for 3 enchanting levels, and I'll continue disenchanting items as I go, and I'll take Apprentice Conjuration so I can actually cast these higher spells. Seems like that would be pretty helpful.
Have you heard of the Briarheart?
And this is where my assistance with Knell's experiments ends. See, in order to actually complete this quest, you need to go to the mainland and harvest a Briarheart's Briarheart, so Knell can record it with his memory charm that he places on you. Just finding a Briarheart in a random merchant shop is not enough, so that's the end of that misadventure. That extra bit of conjuration training, however, will be just enough for me to grab another perk in one-handed for 60% extra damage, and it's at this point where I can really start wandering to boost my conjuration level for the next stage of my power. So let's get to it. Man, again, they really did not play around when they designed these burnt spriggans. Honestly, the staff Talvis gave me is a freaking cheat code this run, because what the hell is an Inwa supposed to do against these over-designed piece of work? Just hit it until your Atronach dies, then back up, then I guess wail on it some more, but I ain't got time for all that. She is way too hard. So I'm just gonna unlock the strong box real quick and grab me my 500 gold, loot that Reaver Lord who died in the crossfire, and get going towards the coast. This guy's absolutely brutal. Thankfully, he decided to leave me alone after I got to Kolbjorn Barrow. Crazy f***ing enemy there. I'll start that questline much later. Not much I can do right now if I can't handle a single burnt Spriggan in a 1v1. I know I'll get there, slowly but surely, but it wouldn't be an OSK gaming run without me headbutting a wall of difficulty now, would it? They say suffering is content, so that's right. I'm going back into the barrow. I'm back, boys! How do you like me now? Okay, never mind, I'm coming through. Excuse me, pardon me. Hey, nice aim, jackass. Okay, there's the door. See you later, boys. Gotta move. Sheesh, the trap is nuts. Finally made it through. Gratian, your great-great-grandson sends his regards. Apparently messing with ancient mysteries runs in the family. And now for the real test way too early. Zacrisos. Surely taking on a DLC Dragon Priest at level 14 is a good idea. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, it turns out a lot can go wrong, especially when he kills me in 2 shots. However, I somehow managed to corner him in the room with the black book. And for some reason, he really likes these stairs. The good news is I can corner him pretty easily. Bad news is he pretty much has infinite line of sight and deals a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. And it's pretty much curtains for Flamma if she face tanks too many shots. But eventually, I'm able to pull through with some staggers. Okay, fell through, gotta follow. Ooh, that was really close. Okay, got the aggro where I want it. Just stagger, come on, come on. No, don't run away now, come on. Gotta swap the sparks. Oh my god, we have a kill cam. Please, Todd, I need this to be real. Flamma with the save, let's go. Sweet lord, baby Jesus, I love you, Flamma. I love you, you're the best day metronome. Oh, it's finally over. 25 minutes done. Good job, my sweetie. That mask is mine, baby. Ooh, it looks so sweet. All right, let's go get the Black Book's power. Nice circlet at the end chest. And I mean, Lover's Insight's the only real choice here. Man, what a day. Got me a Dragon Priest mask, gonna start grinding out my smithing some more now that the loot's getting better, and I can take 2 perks in Conjuration to reach Atromancy. And it'll be a while before I can hit 80 for Elemental Potency, let alone 100 for Twin Souls. We have a lot of work to do, but here at Tel Mithryn I can go ahead and buy Bound Bow, which if you didn't know, actually has the 2nd best base DPS in the game, only behind Bow of Shadows. Can't exactly use it yet since it's an adept spell and costs too much, but you'll see later just how fast we can fire that ting off. It's gonna sound like Chicago out here. But before that, we gotta get 10 Conjuration levels. Let's get started.
Nope.
The note says it's from General Falk's Carriers, but that's impossible.
Nothing like a little enchanting after some hard-fought victories. Selling off my sneak gear gave me just enough money to train my way to 50 Conjuration with Talvis, so now Adept Conjuration is finally mine. Aside from Bound Bow, this will also give me the ability to conjure a Frost Atronach, which has 3 times the health that a Flame Atronach does, along with vastly superior melee capabilities. And now I can relegate Knell to a Soul Gem Generator. OSK Industries is a go. Level 20, baby. I continue on with the Raven Rock questline to hunt down General Fox Carius. Kind of a rough fate to succeed in building Raven Rock, die, and then have it decline, and then be raised by a rogue Dark Elf Necromancer.
I failed.
I had my suspicions that he was undead.
But at least he can finally rest. Forever this time. And now for the final quest where we find that House Slalu
has placed a death mark on the Chancellor's head.
So of course in response, I raid their house and kill them. And kill them. You know, without me getting flown across the room. Very important detail. Since the Morag Tong are next, I'll take Well Fitted for some extra defenses, and thankfully their foot soldiers are about as bulky as a vegan in the wintertime. The assassins inside the hideout are a little tougher, but they go down all the same. And as I approach the final battle with Vendel Severin, they apparently made the miscalculation that I am a master of slamming doors in people's faces, Looney Tunes style. And can't let the last guy live to tell the tale. Aw, come on, don't be shy. I'm an equal opportunity assassin. And hot holy damn, that is some armor on Vendel Severin, especially those bracers with 30% one-handed. Sheesh. It do be making me look kinda skinny though. And that is a one-way ticket to a free house, even in this economy.
I hereby award you Severin Manor, and everything contained within.
And damn ain't she a beauty. Not sure how they figured out the ventilation for the literal forge in the basement though. Probably gonna die of black lung or something. But my nose continues to be on that grindstone, baby. And I promise that my adventures are not just a random hodgepodge of whatever the hell I feel like fighting in my immediate vicinity. Ow. See, by the power of editing, I can slay this lurker with some hunters, then zip on over to Nechardak and punch the out of this lowly Reaver Lord. He'll die. Eventually. Eventually and a half. Oh, for Azura's sake. Okay, he's actually murking me. Hold on. Alright, I'm all out of magicka, so you're getting an enchanted pickaxe, idiot. Imagine getting clowned out by pickaxe, dude. Absolutely mogged. I never stopped the enchanting grind, by the way. Stopped by the Altar of Thrawn to teach these hags some manners. Hopefully they enjoy their beauty sleep, although the cold tends to stiffen the collagen there. Decided I wanted to relive my experience with the Blood Moon DLC for Morrowind. Yep, that's about right. Don't worry, I got him back. I never forgot the pain Todd caused me. Nothing honorable about cutting down Reeklings if I'm honest, but this one's a riper, so I don't feel as bad, I guess. I already got one Dragon Priest mask. What's two, right? I had farmed some spiders before this fight, but honestly I think they did more harm than good. With my Frost Atronach leading the way, taking down Dukan is actually pretty easy. He deals frost damage, which my Atronach is immune to, and his arena is way smaller and more manageable than Zakrisos is. Again, as per usual for an OSK run, I unintentionally placed the toughest challenge of the entire run in earliest, and therefore the least powerful section of the run. Of course I did. Why would I do anything else? Imagine actually planning out a challenge run. Couldn't be me. Anyway, I read the Black Book, the Silo Regent, where at the end I can boost either mage, warrior, or thief skills by 10%, including the crafting skills like smithing and enchanting. I'll take the mage one for now, thank you very much. After selling off my newly acquired loot like some sort of infinitely supplied wandering peddler, I decide it's finally time to start my next quest line. Past all the Reeklings and straight into this obvious trap that my dumbass ran into, I can head into Falbathar's, where I find a hand. Yep, I don't know why they call them that either. Anyway, at least this dude Kenro isn't wearing much armor, which will make my job a little easier. Can I call you Kenny? Guess I can call you whatever I want after I kill you. Rest in peace, Kenny. Now the real prize is Kenny's helmet, which uniquely grants 30% one-handed damage, which can't normally be placed on a headpiece. And it'll be a mainstay until the endgame. Plus it looks fly as f***. Just so we're perfectly clear here, I'm not going to go too in-depth with this quest line, mainly because I can't complete all of it, so that's a bummer. But what's not a bummer is the view of Amalexia from way down here. My god, the Creation Clubbers knew what they were doing with this. Not sure how Amalexia gives me a blessing though, considering she's, well, dead. Spoilers for Morrowind. It's a decent blessing. Still think Azura's is better for the magic resist in most cases, but I could be convinced. Anyway, Ashfall's Tier, the cave we're in, is absolutely massive and has a decent number of rooms all full of enemies. Initially, I was going to play it cool and play along with whatever the matriarch wanted. I translated some letters, I handled a little subterfuge, quite easily I might add, got a Mask of Vivec I can't get rid of, looks nothing like the guy if you ask me, and then discovered the final task to complete was in Kagranzel, back on the mainland. So after about 5 seconds of consulting my better judgment, I have decided to go full-on Liam Neeson, and it is time for you heretics to die. Got the big hitters out of the way, mostly anyway. Time to cleanse the sanctuary. Oh yeah, I got the scimitar target, it's on sale. The target being Kenny, of course. Damn, Flama. Let's get Frosty in here. I still need some conjuration. I mean, I would find the hands a little harder, but Frosty's mostly got this one figured out. Damn, these her hand peeps are loaded. I definitely got to be dripping out in these for a while. Too bad his goddess is dead. Might have put up a fight against a lone random Dunmer. So much fiery damage and explosiveness, and yet so little destruction XP. I mean, just look at how easily they go down too. Hey, there we go, 81-handed. Why yes, I would love if my primary method of dealing damage was even higher, thank you cave cultists. But the real prize is on one of the first casualties. The Cleaver of St. Films, specifically the Absorb Magicka part of the weapon. I didn't know it immediately, but that is just the tool I needed to start grinding some fools. And I'ma do it in the most immaculate drip possible. We're in the endgame now. And of course, what would a good endgame be without a little min-maxing?
Pleasure doing business with you, partner.
By starting the Unearth quest and investing a total of 11,000 septums over that quest line, I'm able to lay claim to one of the strongest kosher enchanting boosts in all of Skyrim. Azadal's armor will be mine. While I'm waiting on Rallis to get back to me, I'm going to travel all across Solstheim, grinding, begging Todd to boost my total level so I can keep getting extra health boosts. And you'll notice I'm getting a lot of souls too. Here in Binkongariki, what the hell? I tried to take advantage of my flame atronach and blast my way through some destruction XP. And while the effects are to die for, the experience is not. Based on the playthrough so far, you might think that weapon skills would be my bread and butter, but I'll remind you that the only weakness of Karstaag is that 25 weakness to fire of his, and getting close to him might as well be a death sentence. We've got to find a way to train destruction. Looks like someone's been causing a little destruction in the bed sheets. By Boethiah's blackened buttocks, how many volumes of a lusty Argonian maid do you need? Well, would you look at this? A spell tome of telekinesis. Easy extra levels there a bit later. But here in the boss chamber, I find me a Reekling Charger who's got to be a few extra levels above me at least. And let me tell you, he absolutely destroys my atronach. That charge damage is insane. Eventually, I resort to shooting it down with these arrows and stumble across this piece of rubble. Boys, find you a girl who loves you like I love breaking the Navmash path. Eventually, I'm able to whittle it down after about 10 minutes of fighting to finally bring him down. Easy peasy. And this black book is an absolute doozy. Not really worried about the mandatory lurkers, these things are pretty free as long as you have a frost atronach handy. But here at the final reading, I can choose Black Market, which lets me summon a Dremora merchant at will who buys pretty much anything from your inventory that's not stolen. He is probably the sole reason I can afford to invest in Rallis so much. And he helps get rid of all my spare enchanted gear. What an absolute pal.
Ah, sweeter.
Don't mind him, he's kinda shy. We'll work on his comedic timing. There's all 5 perks into Enchanter, and if I told you the amount of time I'm shaving off from all the crafting grinds, would you like and subscribe? About 6 hours, by the way. Elven Smithing, one step closer to my final form. Now back to that cave, so I can travel up north to what would normally be a place where I get Ben Will and free the Skull, Saring's Watch. By the way, that's the reason I can't do any Skull stuff, because I can't free them from the Windstone because there's no dragons. Rip. Oh, come on, would you just die already? Thank you. Chitin Heavy Gauntlets. That gives me an idea. Couple extra levels push me over the edge. That ought to keep me sufficiently powerful for now, even if it does make me look really skinny.
I got this from a pretty excited looking dark elf around Raven Rock. He said it was important I got it to you as soon as I could.
Well, someone better be dying.
Before I could blink, all the miners were dead, and I was next in line. Don't think anyone else made it out alive.
Oh, guess I'll use this opportunity to mindlessly get whatever minuscule amount of destruction XP I can get. Well, that worked. Got them Jeezys.
Any luck?
No, not really. But here's some more gold for the next round of gambling people's lives.
I never get tired of that sound.
I'm sure you don't, you frugal f***. I decided at this point to just go ahead and clear out all I could of Karstaag's throne room and dungeon. And when I tell you these ice doors hit me with the nostalgia of a war vet from Nam, the force is only matched by this freaking Reekling hunter kicking my ass with his little midget self. Annoying little pissants these things are. Oh, finally, I got a single level. Now I can get augmented flames at some point. Now then, the courtyard. The seat of— Ow, what the f— let me up, let me up! Azura's giant globes of fate, that was way too close. If that had been a charger, I'd be dead for sure. You know, this spot really do be serving the cheese. All I can do is just stand there. Menacingly. I'll be glad to take this load of barnacles back to the bank if I have to when the real fight comes. You know, for only having 2 perks into archery damage, this bow's kinda hitting hard for such a low cost. I mean, compared to my spells, it's doing some work. I'll save that key for later. But how to level my destruction faster? One thing I really don't want to do is spam spells at Reeklings for 50 more hours until I f***ing grow gray hairs out my ass. Surely there's a better way somehow. Surely. Oh, getting low. These full heals are really starting to drain my magicka. Wait, don't I have a cleaver for that? The way I never thought to use it until now. Wait, hold on. This could actually work. Just strike to refill my magicka. The rate on that's kind of crazy. Damage is pretty decent too. Where have you been this whole run? For someone who thinks of themselves as pretty smart, I can be pretty boneheaded sometimes. Bro, this thing is a straight magicka printer. Definitely do not let Jerome Powell get his hands on this thing. Bro might die from excitement. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I crafted a Frost Astronaut staff off camera with Nelloth. But seriously, dude, where's this axe been my whole life? It's gonna be a mainstay anytime I come to Solstheim now. And this Reaver's already wearing Nordic carved armor, so I don't even have to craft it myself. My day just gets better and better, doesn't it? Cheese is love. Cheese is life. Eat the cheese. Let the cheese into you. Not a whole lot of destruction XP still, though. Still feels like I'm missing something. You know, I did hear that for whatever reason, runes do work better for experience. Been holding on to this since the beginning of the playthrough. I mean, it's alright. I guess it technically did give me a level right there. Still gonna be a pain to train though. Not as painful as having a Khajiit boyfriend though. You can ask Baron Zaya about that one. Still not earning fast enough XP. You know, I haven't tried everything, I guess. There's still this strangulation spell I haven't tried. It's supposed to absorb health or something. I've never used it before. Wait, is that a destruction level? Oh my god. It just dawned on me. You're telling me the path to good destruction XP was literally in my hands the whole playthrough? Not only that, but the spell absorbs health and I have a f***ing accident towards f***ing magicka. Are you serious? Okay, alright, you fucking that's it. I'm done. No more. Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm back. No worries. No worries at all. Nope. No worries here. Let's just get to the destruction XP.
And now you're back. Great. Just...
Well, I'd say that was a lucrative endeavor. Who knew that the way to breaking destruction XP was a simple life drain spell? That's Arcane Blacksmith, and here's 100 enchanting. I have officially won the run. My main man Knell always has him some filled grand soul gems, and I've already grabbed Incinerate from Talvis. Now you may be asking, why Incinerate and not Elemental Blast? Surely doing multiple types of damage with a higher total would do better, right? Well, here be the dealio. The elemental spells from the Anniversary Edition actually do not do fire damage. They do some sort of typeless magic damage that's not affected by elemental weaknesses or resistances. They do weirdly still get boosted by all the augment perks from the destruction tree and the fear buff that applies to the fire damage, somehow. So because the damage isn't actually fire and Karstaag has a 25% weakness to fire, it's actually way better to use Incinerate. Of course, I didn't know this until just now as I'm editing the video. Oh yeah, and opened a gate here with our friend, just hanging out. And I grabbed the Ring of Arcana for some Ignite strats. It's not going to be used very much. So how much do you need this time?
5,000.
Inwall, does it look like I'm made of gold? In his defense, my helmet probably ain't helping that image. Anyway, let's get some upgrades. I just found this Enchanter's Filter just laying around. Like I said, I'm not going to be looping the crafting boosts, but I am going to be making smithing and alchemy gear. Spoilers, I completely forget to use the alchemy gear. There we go. Now to open up the Silo Regent to nab the Seeker of Might for 10% better smithing. Now to put all my gear on, and with a regular blacksmith potion down the hatch, it's time to top off my gear finally. It's funny, if I had just upgraded the armor before I enchanted them, I wouldn't have ever needed to grab the arcane blacksmith perk. And all my armor together grants an armor rating of 424 so far with all the perks that I have. Not too bad. And by the time I'm done with them, it's going to be even higher. Can't forget about my cleaver now. That is 152 with all my one-handed boosts. Hell yes. Now let's put a bow on this sucker. Hope you guys don't mind if I engage in a little extracurricular activities. The Deathbrain questline is definitely one of my favorites. Aye, to the depths with you. Love grabbing me some booty in the morning. And with this new cleaver, my ash spawn troubles are a thing of the past. There's the key. Now before I head into the barrow, I'm gonna be a bit cheeky. Secret of Sorcery from the Sallow Regent for 10% less costs on spells and 10% better enchanting, and I can get some free training from the nearby lurker. So close to 60 heavy armor. Just a little more. Wow, really? I'm gonna fall right when I need you the most? Filthy oversized incel. Don't worry, I got a horker for that. Very nice, very nice. Thank you for your service, you short-tusked walrus. Imagine getting mogged by your IRL analog. Now back to the good part. I don't even need to grab the treasure. I'm just here for a good time. Alright, Hackneer, time to wake up. Damn, I love this boss fight. It's got everything. The atmosphere, the legendary lore of the boss. He's actually powerful, can give you trouble if you're not prepared. Absolute cinema, Todd. Someone cooked here. If we never get an insane pirate fantasy out of the Elder Scrolls 6, at least I'm able to lay this one to rest. Oh, did you really think I was actually going to skip out on some free gold? What do you think this is, a lore-accurate charity run? Even non-profits still pay themselves. But let's get back on track.
I've got another letter from Rallis, but this is the last thing I'm delivering for him.
What? I'm sure it can't be that. Oh my goodness! Brother's gonna be on the hook for this. I'll ram it up his ass myself. How about a little more as agony for some stunning? Gonna make a bro tweak like it's 2016 again. I wouldn't really call myself overpowered right now, to be honest. Kind of appropriately powered, which is honestly surprising to me. Usually I'm extremely overpowered or really underpowered. I'm actually surprised this mask doesn't do more fire spell damage, considering how disgustingly weak destruction is in Skyrim. Oh, you're not getting away, Rallis. Damn, bro's got hands. My bad, freak. I was not familiar with your game. Rest in peace, killer. Got my armor pieces, now for the Black Book. Filament and Filigree. And we're taking Secret of Arcana for 0 magicka cost for 30 seconds. Easiest gameplay decision of my life. Okay, got the Azadal armor. That grants Azadal's Genius for 10 enchanting levels, plus Secret of Sorcery for another 10, Enchantress Filter for 20, and Fortify Destruction go brrr. Not a bad set of armor to lead with. So here's the plan for Karstaag. I do have Azadal's Mask for extra fire damage, but that does mean I miss out on about 30% destruction cost. Even more if I want to use Ignite and no fear damage. And I only have 100 magicka to work with, so I think I lead with Secret of Arcana to eliminate the magicka cost and then just blast Karstaag. Oh yeah, I guess I should try and get Twin Souls before I take on the literal gold standard for bosses in Skyrim. At least these Freaklings don't give me trouble anymore. Wait for me, my king. Damn, 25 levels, but I know just the place. Not even 10 minutes later. And I also got Elemental Potency, of course. Problem solved. Test run. Damn, I love 0 destruction costs. Grab Flame Thrall from the Sallow Regent Black Book, by the way. Here we go, Secret of Arcana. There's one Thrall. And there's 2. Remember that telekinesis spell from that dirty Reekling nest? Grab the apple, fast travel away, and let's see if that works. Well, would you look at that? I'll take the extra health, thank you. And now we've come to the final moments. It's time to find out just how powerful we really are. Secret of Arcana is locked and loaded. Ignite is equipped. Let's have some fun. From a distance. Behold his majesty, the king of the frost giants. Can barely behold him from his glory. I think the ignites are stacking up. Hard to tell. It doesn't look like our impact perk is having its effect. He is not staggering at all. Okay, both of my thralls are down. Switching to Elemental Blast. It's definitely getting more damage off, but damn, I have nothing for that frost damage. And Arcana is out of juice. Time to switch up the loadout. Glad I found a few of these. All right, let's get the guards back out. Damn that frost. Gonna have to absorb it all the way back up. Man, these single-use flame Atronachs are not it right now. I think it's time to switch to Incinerate. There we go, keep it going. Oh boy, here he comes. Gotta get the girls out again. Holy shit, that damage! Almost not even worth summoning him at this point. I'll at least blast away the wraiths for now. Damn, can't let him approach. This is gonna be the whole fight now, isn't it? Might as well be a foregone conclusion as long as I don't get smashed. Alright, I think it's time for plan B. You know, looking back, I'm really not sure why this wasn't just plan A. I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment. It's nice and cozy up here, no magic cost, I can burn down his health regen. Life's good, man. And I guess while we're burning his health down, I'd just like to say thank you all for watching. Solstheim is an absolute beast, but there are definitely ways that you can get powerful, even on legendary difficulty. I did use Anniversary, but honestly you could do everything here without the Anniversary Edition, so hopefully that gives you some inspiration. Anyway, be sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more from me. And if you're so inclined, you can become a channel member for as little as $1 per month. A very, very special thanks to all of you gents who donate your hard-earned monies to support the channel. All of you members are the absolute best, and I mean that. Each and every one of you. From way up here, Karstaag's looking like a giant disappointment. Big sad. And another quick reminder at the end here to check out Diablo Immortal using my link, and another big thank you to Blizzard Entertainment for sponsoring today's video.